I read that, mushrooms have vitamin D in them. So right now I'm going to use some shiitake mushrooms that are frozen. And I'm just going to add them in here. And I'm just going to let them pretty much melt, or not melt, yeah, melt in here. And that's it. This is done. I'm just going to turn this off. And the mushrooms are just going to cook inside here. So I'm just going to cover that. And let me check my rice. Yeah, I have a feeling my rice isn't going to come out exactly how I want it to. But that's okay. It'll still be good. So yeah, I think I'm going to turn this off completely. And just give it a little mix. Let me taste it too. Let me make sure it tastes right. Yeah, it needs salt. So, let me sprinkle on some more of this vegetable stuff. Polish vegetable seasoning. Add a little bit of actual salt. And then I'm going to add, actually that's it. So now I'm just going to mix this about inside. And that's one of the reasons why I like to cook rice in a pot, because I can mess with it and fluff it and whatever. Yeah, it looks like some of this rice just kind of melted in here, but that's okay. So I'm going to cover this up, and once I let it sit for about 10 minutes, when I come back, some of the rice will firm up a little bit, and then I'll mix it again and let it sit for another 10 minutes. And it'll continue to firm up, and it'll be more separate, which is what I want. So let me move this off of the fat burner. And now I'm going to make another dish on this side. So I'm going to use something else, which is called tempeh. And this is tempeh right here. This is what it looks like. Tempeh was used, I want to say, in Nepal or something like that. Some monks in Nepal created this. And I believe it's just soybeans that are smushed together and they ferment for a while. And then you end up with these cakes, like brick-like cakes, that you can also use as a good source of protein. So let me get my olive oil over here. And I'm also kind of secretly making all this stuff so that I have enough food to eat during the week. I don't like to cook every single day. So I definitely like to make a lot of food so that I have enough to last me. So now let me just pop this out of its pack, and I'll show you what it looks like. It looks kind of weird, but I promise it's good. And as you can see all the different beans in there, and they're just smushed together. I don't know what else is used when they let them ferment. But I'm just going to chop this or cube this up. Nothing spectacular. I could leave it into strips like I'm cutting it now, but I like it to be more cubed up. So let me just chop this up. And I do have some onion, so I'm going to get the leftover onion in there. So I'm almost done with this. So I got nice little cubes going here. Let me just put it all into this bowl so that the onion can cook nicely. I'm also going to add some garlic to this one. So this onion looks like it's pretty much how I want it. Now let me add my tempeh. So tempeh is like, I guess, a meat substitute as well. The texture, I don't know, the texture to me is nothing like meat, but some vegans or vegetarians say it's kind of like meat. I don't agree. Let me just get this sauteed. And the tempeh that I used today was called 3-grain tempeh, and it has, I guess, 3 kinds of grains as well in there. I think it's got millet, brown rice, and barley. And I buy all this stuff at Whole Foods. I love to use, one day I tried putting sesame seeds in my cooking, and it tasted really nicely, so I'm just going to let that heat up, add some salt to this. And again, if you didn't watch my first one, I like to use Himalayan salt, and it's pink. I'll add some pepper. And for this one, that's going to be it on the seasoning. Just salt and pepper. And once the sesame seeds start to heat up and get a little toasted, it smells really good. So here is this. And let me chop up my garlic. So let me go ahead and add the garlic in here. And since I do have that leftover tomato sauce, I'm going to add the tomato sauce to this as well. Let me go ahead and get this. So my video stopped recording on me for some reason. I don't know what happened, but I added the tomato sauce and I mixed it all up, and that's what that dish turned out like. Tempeh, garlic, onions, sesame seeds, tomato sauce, salt and pepper. And here is my rice, of which I'm going to fluff for the 3rd time. The rice is starting to look a little bit better. It's not a big mush clump like before, but hey, that's what happens when you cook stuff for the first time and you just experiment. I'm still gonna eat it. And then here is my finished seitan soup with seitan, shiitake mushrooms, garlic, onion, a little bit of curry powder, some of that Goya seasoning, and I think that was it. And then I have my beans over here, which are, let me just check them out, see how they're doing. Here's what they look like. Oh, that's hot. Yeah. So these are still pretty hard. So I'm gonna let those keep cooking, and then when I'm done with everything, I'll serve it all up, and then I'll eat. Alright, so my beans are done, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I wanted to do with my rice and beans. So my rice is here. Let me just scoop out a couple nice hunks of rice. And then I'm going to add some beans in here. I removed the liquid from the beans. And using a fork, I'm going to mix this up in a separate container that I have here. And this is the container I'm going to use to store them in. And then let me add some more 1, 2, 3. And the rest of these beans. I have more beans, but I didn't want to take them all out. And mix this up. So rice and beans, I believe, are a complete protein. So it's a complete meal in itself if you just eat rice and beans. And that's it. Alrighty, so here's my finished product. Here's my tempeh, my seitan, and my rice and beans. So let me go ahead and dig in. Let me start off with the tempeh. I love the flavor that the sesame seeds add, and the big chunks of garlic that are in there. I always love. And let me get my soup in here. It's kind of yellow because of the curry powder, and also because of the the Hispanic seasoning that I use. This is probably one of the most delicious on the spot dishes I've ever made. Super good. And now let me try my rice and beans. Also super good. And I usually eat a salad or something, but I'm hungry. I don't want to wait anymore. So, thanks for watching.